Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to share with you a 7-step recipe for creative career success. And I want you to stay with me because somewhere in this video, I'm going to share with you the one thing that if I'd known it earlier in my career, it would have made things a whole lot easier. Now, if there's one thing I know, it's how to build a great, successful creative career. And how can I say that? Well, I've been a creative executive leading cross-functional design teams for over 25 years. I've worked on the client side, I've worked on the agency side, I've owned my own business. I've been a junior designer all the way up to a VP of global design for a Fortune 50 corporation. I've hired over 400 designers and creatives in my life. I've led teams as large as 65 and as small as 3. If there's one thing I know, it's how to build a great creative career. Now, whether you're a designer or a writer or a photographer, a coder, a web developer, an illustrator, it doesn't matter. The fundamentals of creative career success are always the same. Yes, there are many different paths you can take to creative career success, but there are 7 fundamental truths that are consistent in every single journey of every single successful creative I have known in my career. Number 1 is curiosity, not passion. Your career advisor at school was wrong when they said follow your passion. Passion's a trap. Passion is too final. Passion never changes, it never shifts. But you know what does shift? Everything. Life, opportunities, the economy, the creative industry. In fact, what doesn't shift? That's why I say follow your curiosity, because curiosity is going to lead you to places that passion never dreamt of. If you're confused about what to focus on, what you think you want to choose or pursue, think about what you're curious about, because that's what's really going to light your fire and give you energy to pursue it. Number 2 is you want to question your nevers. I started off as a fine artist, a painter in fact, and I wanted to teach, but I found out over time that teaching was a real dead end. It was hard to make a living in. And I never wanted to do commercial art. I never wanted to do design. I never wanted to do advertising or packaging. I never wanted to work with computers. But my career choice, teaching, didn't pan out. So I was paralyzed, but not until I questioned what I never wanted to do did I end up finding love. I found out I loved working with computers. I loved doing t-shirt design. I loved selling my work and seeing it walk down the street on somebody's chest. And all of that led me to the fashion industry and managing other designers, which turned out to be a lot like teaching. I never would have found that out if I hadn't questioned my nevers. Number 3 is positivity. If there's one thing that I've seen hold back more designers in their careers than anything else, it's negativity. Seeing the problems, seeing the barriers, the issues, the limitations, that stuff is easy. What's really hard to do is to see the solutions. There's nothing more toxic in a work environment than a doomsayer. They don't get handed opportunities, they don't get asked to manage people, they don't get asked to run special projects, and they don't get promoted. Yes, problems do exist, but what you want to do is you want to see the problem, but also come to the table with a proposed solution, because those are the people who advance. Those are the people who succeed and get promoted. Number 4 is relationships equal power. Now, I told you I was going to share with you that one thing that if I'd known it earlier in my career would have saved me a whole lot of pain and suffering. Well, this is it. People don't stay in their jobs forever, and you won't either. Now, when people leave, they go to a new company or a new agency. And if you got to be friends or close acquaintances with those people, guess what? Now you have a friend in another company who might be able to help you get a job there later. Now, multiply this by 20. Every year, multiply it by 20 again. And then every year, multiply it by 20 again. That's where your next opportunity is going to come from. That's where your next client is going to come from. That is where your next job is going to come from. Relationships equal power. Number 5 is permissionless initiative. Early in my career, a mentor of mine told me, do what you think is right and ask for permission later. People who take initiative, who start things, who make things happen, those are the people that senior leaders want to have around. If you have an idea, don't ask for permission to do it. Just do it. I'll tell you a little story. When I was working in a big fashion company in New York City, I had an idea. I saw this big loft building in Brooklyn that had murals that went around the entire bottom part of the building, an entire city block. This owner of this loft building had let artists create this incredible ongoing mural around this building, and I was incredibly inspired by it. So I took pictures of an entire block of these murals. And what I did at the company that I worked at, we had gigantic poster printers. And so I blew up these photographs and created an entire hallway of life-size posters of this ongoing mural that I found in Brooklyn. It cost the company probably a couple $1,000s in materials and paper and ink, but I knew it was an amazingly fun, inspiring idea and people were gonna love it. So instead of asking for permission to spend the money, to use the ink, to use the paper, I just came in one weekend and I did it. I printed it out and I postered the entire entrance hallway of that fashion company with that poster. And when people came in on Monday morning, they were blown away. But I knew that if I'd asked for permission, I never would have gotten it. It would have been sidelined. But as it stood, when I did that, my creativity was celebrated in the company that I was in because I inspired people. And I knew that that was the right thing to do. So I didn't ask for permission, I just did it. Number 6 is T-shaped to V-shaped. When you start off your career, you have to do one thing really well. You have to have a T-shaped skill set. You have to be a great designer, a great photographer, writer, illustrator, whatever. First, focus on that one thing and get great at it. But that's only the starting point. You have to, over time, build a V-shaped skill set. You have to gain a broader creative portfolio. You may also want to learn marketing stuff or business stuff or financial stuff, project management stuff, people management stuff. If you want to be a creative director, get promoted, manage people in the future, or eventually have your own company, be an independent, an agency owner, you want to move from a T-shaped skill set to a V-shaped skill set. You will need a wider range of talents over time. So start with a T, but move to the V. Number 7 is you want to be open to pivots. Like I said in number 1, curiosity, nothing ever really stands still. And you might have heard me say this before, but a great career is more like a web than a ladder. Because a great creative career is full of a lot of right-angled turns. So you have to really watch out for the opportunities. Things happen for a reason. Opportunities that may seem unrelated to your ultimate goal might actually give you a skill that's going to get you there even faster. The average person works at 12 different jobs in their lifetime and stays there an average of 4 years. So you have to remember that things will change more than they'll stay the same. So you got to pay attention. You have to watch for that next opportunity, the next job, that next connection, because it may not be a straight line that gets you to where you want to go. So that's it. I hope you liked this video on the 7-step recipe for creative career success. And if you did like it, please hit that subscribe button and bang that notifications bell so you can get alerted when I post something new or when I go live. And if you need help with your brand strategy, your brand design, or your professional creative career, reach out to me at philipvandusen.com and let's see what we can do to bring you to the next level. And with that, thanks again for watching. Bye for now.